everyone, welcome back to Maya Makes It Click. So I have some information that I really think that a lot of us can get value from. This is something that I've incorporated even in my own business, and it's really to touch on why bookkeeping is so important for your business. And I think so many of us, we're so fixated on making money, which is great. We all need money to take care of our bills and to have a good time and to do other things in life, yes. However, it's so many people who are just not knowledgeable about what bookkeeping is. And bookkeeping is just making sure that all of your transactions that flow in and out of your business are tracked. And the way that they're tracked by using different types of software. So the one I roll with is QuickBooks Online. And I'll talk about why I like QuickBooks Online in a minute. So if you see me looking down, I'm looking at my notes so I can stay on track. So as I said before, bookkeeping, it gives you clarity. So think of it as like, let's say you have your business, right? You have your graphic designer business and you're swiping your card for different transactions flowing in and out of your business, right? You're swiping your business debit card or your credit card, and you have no idea what the statement looks like at the end of the month. So you're spending, which is cool, but you have no idea how much money's being spent, how much money's being deposited, who do you owe, what subscription. It causes chaos by not knowing. So you really need to have that clarity. That's one key important reason why bookkeeping is so important. It makes you have clear decisions about your money. Okay. So also your profit isn't what you think. So let's say you're making X amount of dollars. Like I have one client who was making, she was telling me how she was making like $10,000 a month, but she had like 20 different debit cards and couldn't tell me which accounts were attached to which transactions. Her books were all over the place. She had no idea who to pay, when to pay them. It was just total chaos. And you can avoid that if you're tracking how much money you're making. Okay, so your profit, you might be thinking, yeah, I'm making $10,000 a month. Yeah, I'm making $20,000 a month. But if your numbers are not in order, think of it too, like even with your personal life. Let's put the business aside just for a moment. Even in your personal life, that's like you going to the grocery store and you're buying up all of this stuff and you're putting everything in the cart. And then when you go to pay, you're like, I don't even know how much money I have, because you don't know your numbers, and your numbers matter. Your numbers are the whole pulse of everything, and it's important. Another reason why bookkeeping is so important, it helps during tax season. So a lot of people also, what they try to do is they wait until like the tax deadline is coming up, and then they try to scramble and get everything together. And that's what you don't want to do. That causes so much pain and heartache. Like I had another client who came around and was telling me how he had someone doing his books and his taxes all in the same thing, but was only looking at his books one time for the whole year. And I'm like, this is something that you should be looking at monthly. So don't get me wrong. I'm giving these examples just to kind of give you guys like real testimonials about real life examples of how bookkeeping can affect you both positively and negatively. So take it as a teachable moment, not like I'm trying to badmouth or anything like that. That's not the whole purpose of this video at all. The whole purpose of this video is to educate you. Like even for me, like I was a teacher before I got into like the whole world of finance, and before I really got involved with like bookkeeping and really understanding like the concepts and what accounting really is, it was difficult. It was a hard skill to grab, but once it's not something that's like totally foreign that anybody can't do. So don't think that this is something that is like so top tier that you can't learn. This is all things that you can learn, and it actually helps you become a better business person. It helps your business really flourish and really grow if that's your goal. We all have different goals. Some people want to do business on one level. Some people want to do business a little bit higher. Me, I'm a person where I'm trying to kick it all the way up a notch. So this is just something that I thought that was important that I really wanted to share. Also, okay, I touched on about growth. Also, it reduces stress, and stress is a big one because a lot of us too, even in everyday life, here we go again. Stress is killing us, and it's hurting us because a lot of us are not doing the things that we need to do to avoid it. And when you handle the things that you need to handle, it saves you the stress later. If you hire a bookkeeper or you decide to do your bookkeeping on your own and really get involved and really understand your numbers and really get like fully clarity on your business, it really helps you not be so stressed out. Like you'll say to yourself, wow, I'm really starting to get this. Same thing for me. When I first learned about what bookkeeping was, I was like, oh, okay. It's not as complicated as everybody's making it seem. It's all a learning process. But what also you shouldn't do is like, don't avoid the situation. And I think that's another way of causing stress. Like I had another client too who was telling me how she didn't do her taxes for like a whole year. And she was saying she was so caught up in her business that she forgot to do her taxes. And I'm just like, wow, like that's a big deal. If you don't do your taxes, how are you figuring out how much money that you made? You don't even know what you owe. And this is a big one, putting money aside. So like I said before, when you get paid, you should be taking money out of like a percentage or whatever, like when you get paid, and putting it into a separate account. But when you don't do that, you're causing all of this chaos, all of this unnecessary confusion that all can be avoided. That's the beauty in all of this. I'm giving you real life examples, real life things that you can implement today that will save you a headache and pain and suffering in the long run. So like for another example, maybe you're managing your subscriptions and you need to make sure that you have all of your subscriptions all in one. Like for example, I have a subscription with Loom. I have a subscription with Canva. I have a subscription with Systems. I have another subscription with Adobe Premiere, and all of those subscriptions are actually also write-offs in your business. And a lot of people don't know that too. A lot of people are scared to spend money in their business and not knowing that these things are write-offs during tax time. Write-off meaning when it comes time for you to pay your taxes, you owe less. So these are just some cool tips that I really thought were important to share. I also have a free ebook. I have a nice freebie giving you some information on why you need a bookkeeper possibly, or if you're willing to take the time to dedicate to do your own books yourself. Just to give you guys some information. This is all, I'm here to walk you through the steps. Somebody help me, I'm here to teach and walk everybody through the same situation. So I hope this helped. If you'd like to connect with me, my information will be below. Stay tuned for the next video. See you later.